Next is Joe Sportok. Then we have Sister Janice. Sister Christine. Then we have Sister Janice. Sister Darlene. Then we have Sylvia Picklet. Emil Picklet. Sister Daria. And Your Grace Metropolitan Lawrence. Now, and then kind of like the first lady of the group here is sitting next to him, Diane Horvath. And we have Deacon Leon Twerdoon. And we have Debrodnika Olga Twerdoon. Reeve Jim Swiderski. And our MLA Dennis Smoot. Now I'd like to ask Reverend Deacon Leon to say a few words. I will pass the mic on to him.
I was just wondering whether I could just remain seated. I guess not. Your Grace, Metropolitan Lawrence, Reverend, if there's any priests here, Reverend Sisters, Reverend Deacon, ladies and gentlemen. 100 years ago, there was an establishment made in this church, such that the grounds were consecrated, the cemetery began, and all these people who came from Europe, from Western Ukraine particularly, whom we call the pioneers, those who really began this parish, worked diligently to build a church. And you'll notice this church is built in its traditional form, where the sanctuary faces to the east, which represents that we believe that's where the second coming of Christ will come from the east. We face to Jerusalem. We pray together, standing in the same direction. And of course today, we all join together, as you have in today's Divine Liturgy, celebrated by His Grace Metropolitan Lawrence, the pastor, Father Doug LeClaire, the deacon, Deacon Gordon Mendris. And I recall when I first was assigned here, 1994, so 20 years have passed for me since I was the administrator of this parish and this community. At that time, Diane's husband was the vice president of the parish, and I didn't know exactly who he was. So I says, why didn't you put a sign where the church is? Because we drove right to Caliento, and the lady at the store says, no, it's further west. So we came back here, sure enough, we saw the hall. And I said to Paul, and I said, why didn't you put a sign? He says, well, we did. We tied a bag to the stop sign. So, you know, being a farm boy, I understood what he meant. So today I want to congratulate Diane, first of all, and the anniversary committee for a fine job that you've done. And particularly what's really striking is the women wearing those Ukrainian blouses. Aren't they gorgeous? And of course, not to outdo them, some of the men wore their shirts, and they are beautiful. I won't take very much longer, so I want to congratulate each and every one of you, the anniversary committee, and for doing such a wonderful job. And may God continue to bless you for many, many more years. Namnoha Iblahayadita.
Thank you, Reverend Deacon Leon. Now I'd like to ask Sister Daria to come up.
I want to make sure that everybody hears me. This is why I told speak behind the politics ears. Sorry about that. Слава Ісусу Христу! Dear Grace Metropolitan Lawrence, Heavenly Fathers, sisters, family, dear parishioners and guests. As you all know, I am a sister servant of Mary Immaculate with a very simple name, Sister Daria. Just two short words. However, today when I have come to celebrate the 100th anniversary of my parish, with you and amongst you, I am one of them. Mildred Sportak. Like everyone else, I have many deep feelings as to many memories of my own days. Caliente is hard to find on the map, and out of the St. John's Church is much smaller than St. Peter's in Rome. But I would not trade it for anyone, any church, because this church is my spiritual mother. I was born here, I was baptized here, I learned my first prayers here. Отче наш, Богородице Діво і слава Отцю. In my parents' home here, I made my first confession and received my first Holy Communion, here with a special Sunday morning, which I will never forget. My parents witnessed to me how a Christian life should be lived, and also saw how simple faith in our parishioners. God created us, He loves us, and is with us in every step of the way. Jesus came down from heaven to show us all that I love, and I love Him. Then a strange thing happened. I became a sister. I never saw one before. When I saw a picture of a sister all dressed up as she used to be, I almost became scared, but something also pulled me to them. In the story I am just to relate to you is when I used to attend prayers at St. Olga and Walmer's Cathedral. Across the road was St. Nicholas Church. And out of the parish came out a group of sisters, all dressed in black and veiled, heads down, 2 by 2, went out. And I couldn't believe how quietly they went home. Next day I came for prayers again to St. Malabit, and I witnessed the same thing. Nobody talked, nobody looked, and nobody smiled. And on Wednesday I went back to church, and I witnessed the same thing. And I thought, oh, how quiet these people are. They don't talk to each other, they don't smile, and I don't even know if they eat. But I came home, I asked somebody, where can I get in touch with them? So they gave me a phone number to phone this sister. And this sister told me to come and visit her. And she'll give me more information. However, I came to the door, I knocked the door and ran away. I was so scared of sisters. And then I ran home and I phoned her. And she said, well, next time wait, I'll answer the door. Now this is the truth. I next day went to Malabon, then I went to the sisters, I knocked at the door, and I ran home. I was scared. She said, why are you scared? I said, I am scared because nobody smiles, nobody talks, and I'm scared. So she says, you must come and see me, and we'll start our conversation in circles of questions. This is what I call a vocation, or you can call it an invitation. I had an invitation, but I did not take it. From Jesus, this belongs to Him, and to serve others in need. From all across Canada, Jesus calls young men and women to be priests and sisters from every parish that He chooses. Why did He choose me? Why not someone else? I think the answer is simple. He wanted me and no one else to do a special mission for His people, to serve them in their needs, spiritual or social or health otherwise. Though Jesus wants us to show us His love for the people with whom I come in contact with. To continue my story, I finally did connect with the Ukrainian sisters and became one of them. I wrote the older kind of habits and wrote and read it and looked at it, and I wore a long black habit just like the other sisters did. I am a sister now for 58 years, 9 years. I must say I'm absolutely happy for myself, happy for my brothers and sisters, my family, and for all the people of this parish. For the grace of God, I have served our people to the best of my ability. Whenever the Lord took me, and always knew that we prayed to Him, and I hope I would be proud to be not only Mildred anymore, but take a new name as I was chosen to do, Sister Daria. And what does Sister Daria mean? Daria means a grace of God. So you have heard many stories. I am a sister servant of Mary Immaculate, Sestra Sluzhebnicza. How did this group of sisters start? Who started them? And when? I have a real nice story. And this is how we started. A young woman in Ukraine, 22 years old, felt in her heart a desire to offer her whole life to God, to Jesus, to serve the poor people in Ukraine. Some others felt the same desire, joined her, and very quickly she had 7 companions. Guided by the Basilian Fathers, these young women, called by God, made a promise to church to remain together and to serve others, wherever there was the greatest need amongst our people. The church blessed them for their new mission, and the name they liked was Sister Servant of Mary Immaculate. The young woman who had started this group was their teacher, and Sister Josefata Hrdashowska. We have her photo right in front of you. So she is naturally called the foundress, which means she was founded of the young girls who entered the community. Have you ever heard her name? Have you ever heard the people were praying to Sister Josefata? She answers every prayer, and she hears every prayer. I love Sister Josefata very much. Why? Because she is my mother, she is my gift to you, and my mercy to you. For this, I owe her this icon. My greatest gift to you today is I am proud to admit and to say there are 3 sisters with me. Sisters that are also in the same community. Sister Janice, Sister Darlene, and myself, and Sister Christine. The thing that really is, I don't know how to explain it. To me, this is a miracle. All 4 sisters, all from Manitoba. No! All 4 sisters from Manitoba. Now, this is a gift to be cherished, and to me, this is the first miracle of today. Well, yeah, that's up to the time where they all come from. I come from Caliento. I think you know that. Okay, I come from Caliento. Sister Janice comes from Talbert. Sister Darlene comes from Beausejour. Ethelbert. And Sister Christine, from where? Beausejour. You have all Manitoba people. And I'm not closing the doors today until I get 7 young girls to sign follow me. I don't think it's a bit funny. How do you think I started on that door that nobody would open for me? But as the story goes, today our sisters are in 15 countries. I'm sorry, but I'm still talking. 15 countries around the world. Because we serve God and the people wholeheartedly everywhere. As she has taught them, their founders, Sister Yosafata, was beatified by Pope John Paul II in Ukraine in 2001. We now call her Blessed Yosafata. And when we pray to her, she places her petitions before God, and many blessings and miracles have happened through her intercession. I will tell you about one in Winnipeg, because God used me to make it become together. And this is the time when I was visiting the sick and the poor in the hospital, and this one gentleman was only given 4 hours to live. The priest was there, gave him the last rites, and he just said goodbye to his wife, and he thanked me for his words, and I walked in. He says to me, Daria, I'm glad that you came. Please say a little prayer. I say, I don't say a little prayer, but there's a little medal to Blessed Yosafata. I gave him that medal, and he put it on his gown, as he was still in bed. And today, he is well, working around and thanking Blessed Yosafata for the first miracle in my life that I experienced. And there are many more to follow. But you will have to express your miracles after my talk, okay? What miracles will you experience? You will know now that icon of Blessed Yosafata in your church, so you too can pray to her for all your needs. I also have prayer cards for you with the official prayers, but any prayer, even in your own words, that will move her heart for you. It is nice to pray before her icon, but you can also pray to her anytime, anywhere. Just say, Blаженна Yosafata, молися за нас. Blаженna Yosafata, молися за нас. That is a powerful prayer. From today, you are Blessed Yosafata's new friends. Each one of you that laid your eyes on her Blessed Yosafata, you became her friend. And friends, take heart to heart. Pray to her in all your needs. She will listen to you. I also want to ask you to pray for one other special intention. We need more priests. We need more sisters. Sisters to go on and do the work and to continue what many men and women have done until today. In our churches, our parishes, our organizations, to guide our children and youth, to help the sick and the elderly. I thank each and every one for my loving family There's so many of them. Can you all stand, my family? There you are. I was told that everybody's standing up, but most family, truly, this is a family that they know you, Zapata, because I keep telling and I keep praying, and we have also experienced some gifts that are hard to describe. And now, my dear to all my family, my dear parents, and my twin who rest in peace and close to this church, may they also experience the giftness of the Zapata. I love you all truly, and I'm not even saying a lie. It is the truth. I prayed for you. My one prayer is when I go to bed, bless the person that I look into their eyes. You do not mind if I look into your eyes, because I know it is in your eyes that you meet God. And you'll always remain one of the friends that come from St. John's in Caliento. Pray for me. May God bless us all. And may the Blessed Mother Mary protect us and all those dear to me. And especially those little ones. I'd like to see them follow me and even follow Metropolitan. He might be a priest and a bishop one day. So I thank you for these gifts, and I thank you for giving this time. And may Blessed Zapata, after you receive little pamphlets, prayers, please remember to pray to her, and your prayers will be answered. And she indeed is a great saint in heaven. Slava Isusa Christu.
Thank you, Sister Dottie. Now I would like to ask the Honorable MLA Dennis Smoke to come up for a few minutes.
Thanks, Ed. Good afternoon, Metropolitan, deacons, sisters, special guests, and members of the parish. I would like to thank the organizing committee for inviting me here today to be part of this special day, the 100th anniversary of the St. John the Baptist Ukrainian Greek Catholic Church here in Caliento. I bring greetings on behalf of my colleagues at the legislature, my family, myself, and our Member of Parliament, Mr. Ted Falk. Mr. Falk is unable to be with us today as he is in Israel. I talked with him earlier this week and he asked me to bring congratulations to you on his behalf. It is an honor to be here today to help parish members celebrate this milestone anniversary. I would like to congratulate the committee, the parish members, for all their hard work. We all know it takes a lot of volunteer hours to put on an event like this. And when we see the amount of people here, the food, the conditions of the grounds, they have to be commended for that takes a lot of hard work. And over the years, the volunteer hours to keep a parish running, that's also very important. St. John's Church has played an important role in Caliento. It has not only met the religious and spiritual needs, but has helped keep the community together. As you can see, there's people that have come back to visit their home, and that's great to see. Communities with a strong belief in God are stronger communities. We must all work together to strengthen and preserve our Ukrainian culture and heritage. Ukrainians have played an important role in the history of Manitoba, the rich culture of Manitoba, the success of Manitoba, and that's something we can all be proud of.